I think frugal living is a sad way to live. I used to be a frugal kid growing up, but as I got older, I realized, not really. No, it's not a good idea. I wouldn't want to do this anymore, and just because I have respect for myself. I see people that live frugal lives my whole life because I used to share the same lifestyle as them when I was a kid. But now I came to realize, just looking at it from an outside perspective, not through a mirror, but just looking at it from an outside perspective, I can see that they have no excitement in their lives. They are bored out of their mind because they never, well, not that they never, but they just don't have any stimulus or experience in life because they don't want to pay for it. It is weird, but yes, you could pay for experience. Say, for example, skydiving. You can pay some guy to help you skydive, and that will be, I'm sure it will be a stimulating experience for most people. But a lot of people don't want to do it because they are frugal and they think, no, I only spend my money on things I need, but I don't want to spend my money on things that just doesn't have anything that I would need, like food, clothes, shelter. So one of my friend, he told me that he doesn't buy anything. He drives a car from the year 2000 still, and this guy he's not poor. He is very wealthy, one of the most wealthiest people that I know in person. His net worth is somewhere around $20 million, but he still insists on driving a car from 2000, and to me that is baffling. Why would you have all this money and you don't want to spend any bit of it? Even if you want money for your security, $20 million is kind of overkill for some people. And I'm not telling you to have a filthy, dirty, rich lifestyle where you're spending over $10,000 a day. I'm just telling you, just buy some long-term items like a car, which will last you 10 years. Just buy a better one. Buy a more sturdy one to protect yourself. But no, this guy got a very banged up looking car that is from a brand that is very frail. And he still insists on driving it because he think, I don't need a more expensive car. Well, when a car accident occurs, you're gonna want a more expensive cars. Now this guy, he is so rich, but his clothes are the same. His computer is from 2007. He's using a ancient heavy vacuum that is corded. I know. I'm sure some people never seen a corded vacuum, but yeah, this guy is using a corded vacuum that weighs 25 pounds. He eats the same food every day: rice, eggs, maybe fish, and some vegetables. Everything is old and dirty in his house, and nothing is just presentable in his house. Like, everything is dusty and crusty. They're still functional, but they're crusty. And my idea is, why would you do this to yourself? Why are you hurting yourself like this? You are a wealthy man, and I don't want to see a wealthy man that deserves many good things in life to be living so poorly. Now, there's like a lot of ideology behind it. I'll talk about it later on in the video. And like these kinds of habit affects not just positively to your wallet, but also negatively to your mindset. This guy, he never, even with his habits, he never did sports because he thinks it's a waste of money to buy equipment. And my thinking is, wait, so you don't want to improve your health? You don't want to spend money to improve your health? This to me is baffling. I couldn't wrap my head around it. Like, you could probably, invest in a hypervolt if you were to get injured in some way, so you could use it, you'll recover better. You probably it'll improve your longevity so you can enjoy your wealth for longer. But this guy is like, I don't need to spend money on a massaging machine, or I don't need to spend money on food supplements. I don't need multivitamins because it's all a waste of money. I don't need it. I'm fine the way I am. Okay, all right. Man, how do I argue against that? Like, the fact that this guy don't think about the future. He just thinks about how to save money now. I cannot wrap my head around it. And yeah, you could say, okay, that's all he wanted. He probably just wants all these, like, he doesn't want anything. He sees that everything is fine now and he doesn't need to get anything more. But seeing how a person chooses a lifestyle just affects their mind and body. And this guy is weak. If someone were to break into his house, they can steal all his valuables and he can't do anything about it because he's living so frugal. Like, he's been reduced to dust because he doesn't take care of himself with all this money that he has. He has all the free time in the world to exercise. He has all the free, he has money and he still insists on just living on a minimal state. And this guy, he looks happy, but then to his closer friends, he tells them about how, like, he ends up, at the end of the day, he just ends up complaining about his lack of experience. He talks about, oh, I wish back in high school I did this. Oh, I wish back in college I did that. Oh, I wish I got a different degree. Wish I didn't just focus on chemistry or whatever, or some kind of science class. But no, at the end of the day, he still comes to me to complain about what he lacks. And that doesn't sound like, living a frugal life doesn't sound like it's fit for him, because it seems like he is just missing so much experience in life and now he's regretting it. And just looking at him, I fear the habits of a frugal man. I don't want to be like that, and it's thanks to him that I stopped becoming frugal, and I'm starting to, I began spending money on experiences in life so I don't end up like him. Now, I'm not saying you should go burn your money away, right? There's a difference between spending money for experience, even if you don't need it, and spending money just to spend so you can feel like a baller when you're not. If you guys don't see anyone that is boring and frugal, look at Warren Buffett. That guy is very frugal. He lives in the same house for how many years? He still takes the bus. And his treat is McDonald's. Like, okay, McDonald's. I don't know. Like, I guess people could argue that, oh yeah, these people, they desensitize themselves, so even McDonald's feels amazing. And I don't know about that. Maybe he's like already 80 something years old. I think at that age you should just might as well try everything. Hell, I would even tell a 85-year-old guy to try meth. Like, maybe just try it once and see how it goes. I don't know, it just depends how close you are to death, if you know it. But just looking at him, he's living a boring life, and I'm wondering, like, do you really want to end your life like this? Is this how you want to summarize your life? All that money you have is just going to follow you to not follow you to the grave. Like, the best you can do with that money is to give it away to someone poor like me. But, like that, I'm just saying that's on the table. If like a rich guy that's about to die just give me all their money, I'm totally fine with that. But I'm also recommending that people should just live an experience for themselves. Now, my message of this video is that if you want to live not knowing what traveling to like a great country like Japan is like, or playing a sport like volleyball, feeling the wind cut through your face and hitting that ball and watching a lot of people celebrate your success, drink your first glass of alcohol, or even have sex. Yeah, some people are so frugal they don't want to be in a relationship because it's a waste of money. They think, oh my god, if I get a girlfriend, I'll take her out to a date. And then like if things go further, like we get married, gotta have a banquet. That's like $60,000. I don't. Why would I want to spend money on that? Like, some people actually don't want to do that. Like, yeah, they don't mind being a virgin for the rest of their life because they want to save money that they're gonna die with. I don't know. So if anyone is fine with this life where they just don't want any stimulation at all, don't cry when you're 80 years old and bored out of your mind and regretting everything that you didn't do, because the message of this video is to do, not don't do. And also, like, don't throw your money away that you don't have, and also don't borrow people's money to live these experiences. People should earn their own money. They should spend their own money. Be responsible, be an adult, and live a decent life. And that's all I have to say. See ya.